He did, and that's fine. I went out of my way to troll him a little bit now. You want to fight? Come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't got to troll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know?
Have you heard anything from him or anybody in the camp?
No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at, and they know how to find me.
I mean, you think there's a possibility, Roy? Like,
Choosing people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions, and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready. Wide open, ready to go. It's called.
Well, Roy Jones said that, of course, Floyd made more money than him, but he's the greater fighter of the two.
No. Floyd backed up everything. No. Floyd's the better fighter between the two. Better skills, more technique, the discipline, everything,
Okay, one for Floyd.
The need between Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. has been finally concluded to be settled in the boxing ring as the pair fire more dangerous shots at each other. This is after Roy Jones responded to Mayweather's trolls by calling him out for a fight, and Floyd himself agreeing to face Jones later this year.
If you let him move around and do what he want to do, he's going to beat you because he's very explosive and he's very mean.
I was going to say he mean too.
To me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as nearly as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think he would have beat him?
How? How you going to keep him off of him? Right. Sugar is a dog. Yeah. Just because his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Yeah. Sugar is a dog.
During a June 17th appearance on the All the Smoke Fight podcast with Andre Ward, boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. made a strong claim that Sugar Ray Leonard would have beaten Floyd Mayweather if both fighters faced off in their respective primes. People always say, Floyd would have beat Sugar. No, baby. Floyd is not nearly as mean as Sugar was. Sugar is a dog. Just because his name is Sugar doesn't mean anything. Sugar is a dog. People don't give him enough credit for that, Jones Jr. said. For me, I like Floyd, and Floyd was cool. But it's like, it's gonna be hard for me to go take it and beat Sugar. They'd have to do something different, that's for sure.
Entitled to their own opinion. And I'm glad that Roy Jones feels that way about himself. Every fighter that's gave the sport of boxing their whole life and sacrificed a lot inside that square circle, they should feel that way. So if he feels that way, more power to him.
If Floyd did something different, he probably has a chance. Just the way he's been doing with normal people, what I saw in his prime, that's not gonna work with Sugar. Sugar got a third element, heart, right there. We think Floyd got heart. We don't know. We've never seen him challenged. We know Sugar's got one, he concluded. These comments clearly irked Mayweather, which was proven by Floyd posting videos of him watching Roy Jones Jr. get knocked out in fights to his Instagram story on July 6th, which has since gone viral on social media.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality.
Jones Jr. has now broken his silence on Mayweather's troll with a July 9th Instagram post that was captioned, "Public Service Announcement." What's happening? Fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are enjoying this sport of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. That's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked, Jones Jr. said. If you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready. Wide open, ready to go. Just call me, he concluded.
Do you respect the Floyd 50-0, or is it like?
You got to respect anything a person does and stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Shabby was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go ever top that? No.
It's clear who he's speaking to with this PSA, and Mayweather is expected to accept the offer, and an exhibition fight might be somewhere around the corner. It's not often people get to see two boxing legends beef despite hanging up the gloves, but when it happens, everyone has something to say. One user laughed as he highlighted that Roy Jones Jr. should have seen it coming. Listen, Roy should have known that Floyd is going to get him back. He can't say nothing, man, the user commented. Floyd Mayweather was the king of trash talk in his prime, and it seems he hasn't lost those skills yet.
Roy Jones explains why Floyd and he were so different.
We stood for two different things. He was a social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit his character because he could do it, and do things the way he did it. He was smarter. I wanted to play King of the Hill. He didn't care to play King of the Hill. He wanted to play King of the...
Right.
Another user explained why Floyd Mayweather was better than Jones Jr. Not only did Floyd never get knocked out or knocked down, he also never tested positive for any PED. Roy did, the user wrote. Notably, Jones tested positive for androstenedione after his light heavyweight title fight against Richard Hall in May 2000.
Is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career.
Meanwhile, one user appears to have taken note of Jones Jr.'s repeated jabs at Mayweather over the years. Roy has been talking bad about Floyd for several years, the user wrote. While it's possible that Jones Jr. doesn't harbor any personal animosity toward Mayweather, his philosophy on boxing clearly doesn't align with Mayweather's. Someone else revealed Jones's potential intentions behind dissing Mayweather. He's trying to be relevant as he is becoming broke, the user wrote.
Yeah, I think he's a nice guy. Floyd Mayweather added in Roy Jones Jr.
I mean, look, once a fighter, always a fighter. Look, if you're going to attack Floyd's character, he's going to attack you back. That's just the bottom line. It's like with me and Berlanga. If you're going to try to attack, like with me, I'm just having fun because I can.
Well, an exhibition between Mayweather and Jones might not be received well, but it can make them good money. The next user seems to have sided with Jones Jr., leaving a sarcastic take on the matter. Roy should have just taken easy fights like Floyd, and he would have been TBE before Floyd, the user wrote. However, Floyd has fought the likes of Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, Marcos Maidana, Juan Manuel Marquez, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, and Oscar De La Hoya, just to name a few.
Not because he did a great job, but he did it for himself, and it worked for him. But everybody now wants the Mayweather concept because Mayweather made so much money, staying undefeated, waiting till the right time to fight Pacquiao, finding the right people to fight at the right time. He monopolized the business. But the problem was, it only made him money.
But before he called Floyd Mayweather out for a fight, Roy Jones Jr., a boxing icon in his own right, didn't hold back during a recent interview where he dismissed the idea of Mayweather being one of the greatest of all time. In fact, he said he wouldn't even put Floyd on the GOAT list. If you think Muhammad Ali isn't the greatest of all time, you might as well spit in my face, Jones declared. If you don't respect Muhammad Ali, how can I respect you? According to Jones Jr., greatness isn't just about staying undefeated. It's about sacrifice, impact, and the kind of cultural weight Ali carried, especially considering the fact that Ali gave up the best years of his career in protest of the Vietnam War and still came back to dominate. That, to Roy, is what greatness looks like.
Get this fight?
If he want it.
If he want it, what's your final message to Floyd?
You already know.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm born that way.
That's it.
Ain't nothing will ever change.
You can knock him out. Your prime versus his prime, you were way better, right?
You got an X?
Are you gonna get an exhibition before that or something?
Floyd Mayweather, who retired with an immaculate 50, 0 record in victories over legends like Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya, and Canelo Alvarez, has long called himself TBE, the best ever. But his comments from 2024 revealed a more complicated stance. While he credited Ali for paving the way, he couldn't resist pointing out Ali's loss to Leon Spinks, a boxer with just 7 professional fights at the time. Ali's a legend, Mayweather said, but if we're talking stats and wins, I've never lost my title to a guy with 7 fights. Roy clearly wasn't impressed by Floyd's emphasis on numbers. And Floyd? Well, he didn't offer a formal response to Roy's recent comments, but he did post a video clip of Roy Jones Jr. getting knocked out to his Instagram story. Subtle, not even a little.
All right, Roy calls out Floyd Mayweather, and this ain't a good look. I mean, come on, man. Roy addicted to the game like Jordan Payton. Roy need to go sit down, man. And Floyd Mayweather don't fight black fighters, even in exhibitions, dude. He ain't trying to fight nobody melanated. Go on, sit down, Roy. I know it's a bag.
The message was loud and clear. Mayweather prefers to speak with visuals and shade. The back and forth highlights the ongoing split and how greatness is defined in boxing. Is it about record and defense, or legacy, activism, and influence outside the ring? No matter how you slice it, one thing's for sure. This beef has no expiration date. Jake Paul was interviewed by Fight Hype on July 8th and was asked his opinion about what Mayweather did in response to Jones Jr.'s comments. "Nah, Roy is the legend, bro. You can't come for Roy like that," Paul said of Mayweather. When asked who he thought was better in their primes between Mayweather and Jones Jr., Paul added, "I would say Roy was better during his prime, but Floyd just stayed consistent his whole career. But Roy was something different in his prime for sure." It sounds like Paul would side with Roy Jones Jr. instead of Floyd Mayweather in this hypothetical fight.
Clips of his fights getting knocked out. What do you think about that?
Nah, Roy's a legend, bro. You can't come for Roy like that.
Now, who do you think was better in their prime? Roy or Floyd?
I would say Roy was better during the prime, but Floyd just stayed consistent.
But there's a boxing legend who would rather not pick sides. Legendary boxer Manny Pacquiao has entered the brewing feud between Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather with a sharp, no-nonsense statement. The controversy reignited after Jones Jr., during an appearance on the All the Smoke Fight podcast, praised Sugar Ray Leonard over Mayweather. In response, Mayweather retaliated by sharing multiple knockouts clips of Jones Jr., reigniting tensions. When asked about this public squabble, Pacquiao chose diplomacy, preferring unity over comparisons, something he didn't profess in another interview. He told Fight Hype, "I don't like to compare what we have done as long as we accomplish something that inspires the boxing fans."
Who is the better fighter in their prime?
Look, in their prime, I mean, I got to give it up to both guys, but, I mean, look, we're retired, man. Let's keep this fighting thing for the young bucks, you know?
But you fought Floyd, you fought him, so you know firsthand, you know his talent. Sure. But Roy in his prime, when he was like Superman before the knockouts, before everything.
He emphasized that each fighter's achievements stand on their own merit. Statements aren't to be subjected to comparisons or stir drama. The Filipino's intervention reflects his stance that comparisons dilute the sport's essence. He reiterated during the same Fight Hype interview, "I don't like that," referring to Jones Jr.'s ranking of fighters. By urging respect over rivalry, Pacquiao underscores the role of boxing legends as inspirations, not medals to rank. His stance resonates with his broader philosophy. Pacquiao and Mayweather's 2015 bout drew massive attention as the highest-grossing PPV event in history. Yet even after that iconic clash, Pacquiao remains grounded, focusing on family, faith, and philanthropy, unlike Mayweather.
Most fighters aren't afraid to fight nobody if they're gonna get paid for it properly. The problem is, you don't want to take a $5 million fight and you only gonna get $50,000 for it, because if you lose it, that's almost the end of the day for you. Why would you put yourself on the line for that? It makes common sense what people do. It made sense what Floyd Mayweather did.
The Asian boxer recently suggested is boastful and materialistic, saying, "I pity him for choosing wealth over spiritual wealth." The Filipino, who is gearing up for a comeback at age 46 against Mario Barrios on July 19th, 2025, is not just preparing in the ring, he's also showcasing leadership in the sport's narrative. His calm but firm remarks to Jones Jr. highlight his role as a bridge between boxing's past and future, demonstrating that sportsmanship transcends competition. As Pacquiao returns to the spotlight, he rejects public comparisons, urging focus on inspiring fans. He distances himself from materialistic motivations, reinforcing his spiritual and philanthropic views. Finally, his measured stance elevates him not only as a fighter, but a guiding voice in boxing's ongoing legacy.
What do you think about Roy and Floyd going back and forth? I just talked to him. Roy was really worked up about it. What do you think, Andre?
They fighters, man. Andre, we're going this way.
They fighters. Isn't that the biggest fight in boxing today? Like, if that would have really happened, you think it could happen?
Watch out, Andre can still throw hands now. Don't mess with them like that.
They fighters, bro. Roy said
Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather Jr. are two boxing legends who have left an indelible mark on the sport. Both are widely regarded as the best pound-for-pound fighters of their respective eras, sparking endless debates about who truly deserves the title of greatest of all time. Mayweather, with his perfect 50, 50-0 record is considered by many to be the greatest pound-for-pound boxer in history. His impenetrable defense and ability to control the pace of a fight made him a unique spectacle. Additionally, his career was marked by extraordinary commercial success, with 4 of the 5 highest-grossing pay-per-view events in boxing history.
With Roy Jones Jr.
Floyd Mayweather, anybody else that wants to smoke the Roy Jones, we go damn well if you get in on. Has there ever been a question? That's one thing that's different from Roy. That's the difference between Roy and Floyd. Floyd picked who he fought. Roy fought whoever the fuck came. He's my legend. So, don't get me fucked. Y'all made me cook.
However, Roy Jones Jr., an undisputed champion across 4 weight classes, holds a different opinion. In an interview with Real Life Productions, when asked if he considered Mayweather the GOAT, Jones Jr. gave a simple but emphatic response: no. Slick but punishing Jones was the first man to win a middleweight world title and go on to do the same at heavyweight in over a century. He held top honors in 4 divisions throughout his storied career, beating the likes of James Toney, Bernard Hopkins, and Antonio Tarver with an endlessly watchable style.
Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Chavez was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got to 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died.
Mayweather famously finished his campaign with a 50-0 perfect record, holding belts in 5 divisions and dazzling with a defense that is widely considered the very best in the business. He was also one of the most lucrative stars the sport has seen, claiming 4 of the top 5 biggest selling pay-per-view events. Speaking to Real Life Productions, Jones Jr. was asked if Money Mayweather's record meant he was the greatest of all time. He said no. Elaborating, Jones said there were more impressive campaigns out there. You have to respect anything a person does to stay undefeated that long. I respect it to a degree, yeah? Is it 50-0 that I think he's the greatest fighter of all time? Nah. Julio Cesar Chavez went 80-0 at one point. 80. Are you gonna ever top that? No. He just didn't stop. Floyd got to 50-0 and stopped because of Rocky Marciano. Rocky died. If he wouldn't have died, he probably would have kept going too.
Jones versus Floyd Mayweather beef. Now, we all know Floyd was showing the videos of Roy Jones getting knocked the hell out. And I said, where the hell did this come from? Why he do him like that? Well, it stems from Roy, we all know.
Jones then took issue in particular with Mayweather's farewell bout, a 10th round stoppage of UFC superstar Conor McGregor in his boxing debut. In the end, the debate over who is the GOAT will likely continue, fueled by the unique accomplishments and philosophies of these 2 icons of the sport. On the show, Floyd Mayweather was asked about his thoughts after Roy Jones Jr. claimed he deserved to be called the best ever TBE more than anyone else. Responding, he said, "Well, everybody for starters, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I'm glad Roy Jones feels that way about himself. Every fighter that gave the sport of boxing their whole life and sacrificed a lot inside that squared circle, they should feel that way. So, if he feels that way, you know, more power to him."
You're sitting pretty, and I don't know if people realize this, Roy. Your first 50 fights, you didn't get beat, you got DQ'd. Had you been 50-0, would you have stopped?
After I won the heavyweight title and went back down and beat Tarver that first time, I would have stopped right there. But it was in my DNA, it was in my inevitability.
I have one fight, and the fight was at a catch weight, but it wasn't my idea. Anyone can go online and pull this up. It was an article. So, with Canelo, at one time I believe Canelo thought I was scared of him, that I was afraid. So he said, Floyd doesn't want to fight me. I'm willing to meet him at 152 or 152.5 pounds. And me, I called his bluff and said, if you want to do it, let's do it at 152 or 152.5. But after, Canelo made the weight. It wasn't like it was a certain clause where he couldn't gain weight. He weighed 152 or 152.5. I think he came in at 168 or close to 170. But I came in at 151 or 152.
Beating the guys around him, proved he's the best of that group. Bud is in a group above him. Bud don't need to come back down to 47 to meet him. That's crazy. Why would he? Bud looking to try to make history and get out. Get his big bank and get out. His big bank is who? Canelo. He willing to take that gamble, see if he can beat him. If he beats him, he may go fight.
You understand me? Because now we probably could have got 3 good fights out of it. You understand me? But because we waited too long, The problem what people don't understand is, tomorrow's not promised to nobody. Guess what? We fortunate that we saw the fight. Because to be honest with you, Earl came back from dead and made it back and fought this fight.
But Roy Jones is one hell of a fighter. He's done a lot for the sport of boxing, and I'm absolutely proud of Roy Jones. Floyd Mayweather is frequently heralded as one of the greatest pugilists in the history of the sport. Over the course of his illustrious career, he vanquished a litany of elite adversaries, captured world titles across 5 weight divisions, and perhaps most impressively, retired with his undefeated record, mental acuity, and financial empire fully intact. It's no surprise he earned the moniker "B, the best ever."
Same time, and nobody said that. When they were both occupying boxing at the same time, Floyd wasn't sniffing his jockstrap. And I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd and Roy. You can't even argue that because we were there. I was there watching both of them. No one mentioned Floyd with Roy. It's not like they're 2 different eras and you can't compare them. They were being compared and it wasn't even a question.
Despite his accolades and unblemished resume, not everyone is convinced that the 5-division world champion truly lives up to the legend that surrounds him. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.